Welcome back. On this side of the tape, we'll be exploring several things that will help us move more quickly to freedom. The first has to do with what we call gains. Gains are when we're feeling better from releasing. Anytime we use the method, there's a potential for feeling immediately lighter, immediately happier, immediately more at ease. And there's a tremendous benefit in writing these things down. We've provided space at the end of the workbook for that, because most of us will go through life seeing all our glasses or all our opportunities as half empty rather than half full. We see the problem rather than the solution. If I asked you to make a list of all the problems in your life, it would probably be very easy for you to do. You'd be like most people. However, if I ask you to make a list of all the things that are good, of all the things that are working, for most people that would be a much shorter list. Not because there aren't many good things in our lives. It's because we focus on the negative. We focus on the cup being half empty rather than half full. And a way to break this habit is to start writing down things that are positive in your life. Now, this is true not only with this course. If you get into the habit of acknowledging yourself for things well done, you'll see that many things will start to shift for you. But what is it that we mean about gains? What is a gain? A gain is a positive change in behavior. For instance, stopping smoking or losing weight. It also can show up as greater ease in your daily activities, things going smoother, being in the flow. You'll notice that your ability to communicate gets more effective. You have an easier time communicating. You'll also notice that you will start to see solutions rather than problems. Even long-standing problems will start to clear up as you work with this process over time. You'll also find that you're more flexible. We very often get caught in ruts, and we don't see alternatives. But as you release, your awareness expands, so you see things more and more clearly, and it becomes easier and easier to see your way out of the patterns that you've been stuck in. You'll find that you'll be more relaxed and confident in action. Action will get easier and easier. You'll also just accomplish more in general. Most graduates report very quickly a major change in their ability to accomplish what they want in life. You'll also start to get insights and realizations about patterns in your life, or about the truth, the ultimate understanding. And this is also something we suggest you write down. In addition to everything we've just mentioned, when you start to see things more clearly, our mind sometimes has a habit of causing us to forget those things. So it's important to write them down so you can remember them. Also, you'll start to complete things. Most people take this course, when they start, have a long list of things that they'd like to get done, or they think they should be doing, or things that are incomplete. And you notice as you start to release over time, you'll start completing more and more in your life. And also new beginnings. You'll start things that you've always wanted to start. Also, you'll start to acquire new abilities and skills in general, not just the skill of releasing or letting go, but other skills that you've been wanting to learn. You'll find learning in general and skill building in general is greatly enhanced as you let go of your uncomfortable feelings, your limiting emotions. And just in general, you'll notice you'll be feeling more and more positively all the time, and less negatively. The more you use this, the more you'll see that result. We've already mentioned this, but Lester calls this the bottoms-up method. Where you bottom out now will move up. So eventually you'll get to a place where what you consider a valley is where your peaks are now. So it's something you have to look forward to. So we highly recommend that you write down your gains, the positive changes in behavior, the times that you release and you feel better, in the back of your book. It's a good thing to keep track of. Writing down gains and benefits and positive changes in your life is a very good habit to get into. Because as you do that, it will help you to reinforce your desire to move forward in freedom. Now let's explore success a little bit. Success is a very charged word for most people, as is failure. And because we have such a charge on it based on our history, we don't often even challenge ourselves to do the things that we know we should be doing or we'd like to be doing because we're afraid of failing or we're afraid of succeeding. And in general, we have a lot of feelings about succeeding and failing. So let's do some releasing together now on success and failure. Allow yourself to focus inside and get comfortable. And again, you can do this with your eyes open or with your eyes closed, whichever you prefer. And let's start by focusing on how you feel about succeeding with releasing. See if there are any doubts, any resistance, any feeling of it's not going to work for you, or you're not sure if it's working. Just let yourself feel how you feel about succeeding with releasing. And could you just allow yourself to have that feeling in this moment? Let it be here. And then could you let it go? Would you? When? And see if there's any other feeling right now about succeeding with releasing. There might be more of the same feeling or another feeling. Whatever the feeling is, could you just allow yourself to feel it? Let it be here. Is there any skepticism about how this could work for you? Are there pictures coming up of all the things you've done in the past to try to help yourself that didn't work? Whatever is present in the moment, just let it be here. And just let yourself feel how you feel about it. And then could you let it go? Would you? When? Now see how you feel about failing with using the method. Now I know that's a strong word, but we picked it intentionally to help you bring up the feelings about the possibility of not being able to do this. So see how you feel about failing using the method. And could you just embrace the feeling, welcome it? And then could you let it go? Would you? When? Now see if you have any other feeling at the moment about failing with the method or not being able to do this. And just welcome the feeling into your awareness. Just let it be here. And then could you let it go? Would you? When? Now just allow yourself to focus on success in general. How do you feel about being successful? And could you just welcome or embrace that feeling? And then could you let it go? Would you? When? And see how you feel about failure. We have such a resistance, abhorrence, even to the word, that we oppose it so much, we pull it into our awareness. We say, I don't want to fail, and that's a ticket to failure. So just let yourself feel however you feel in this moment about failure. And could you just allow the feeling to be here? And then could you let it go? Would you? When? Now again, see how you feel about success in general. Maybe you want to think of a time you were successful. And if that's difficult, see how you feel about that. But even when we have succeeded, it stirs up a lot of feelings. Sometimes success can be as big a stressor as failure. Just let yourself feel whatever you're feeling in this moment about success. And then could you let it go? Would you? When? Now see how you feel about failing, or about the word failure. Or think of something in your life that you've labeled as a failure. And just welcome the feeling into your awareness that you have about this. And then could you let it go? Would you? When? Releasing on success and failure is a very positive endeavor with the method. The more you can be okay either way, whether you're succeeding or failing, the more you pull success into your awareness. And success and failure are all relative. In fact, most people who we would consider successful credit a lot of their failures for supporting their success. Because every time things don't go the way we planned or the way we wanted it to, there's an opportunity for growth. And if you welcome these opportunities, especially now that you're learning how to let go of the feelings that they bring up, they can just become learning opportunities, opportunities for greater growth. So what if, just what if, there really is no such thing as success or failure? Things just are the way they are. So gradually bring your awareness to a more external focus. And whenever you're ready to, if you haven't already, allow your eyelids to open. Now what we're going to do now is focus on another process that you'll find very helpful in your releasing. We call it likes and dislikes. Throughout the class, at times, you'll have an opportunity to work on paper if you choose. Remember, it's just an option. You can use the method effectively, in fact very effectively, in life without ever picking up a pen or a pencil. But a lot of times it's very helpful to help us objectify our experience of releasing. It's almost like having ourselves as our own releasing partner by writing things down. So one of the sheets that we do that with, we call the likes and dislikes sheet. And this sheet can be used on any topic where you want to do some more releasing. You can use it on relationships. That's actually a very good one to use it on. Very often, even in close relationships, there are both likes and dislikes about a particular person. And when you release on both sides, what happens is you can really open more to the person. Because we very often, in a relationship that we like, we get obsessed with the things we like and we sweep under the rug the things we don't like, but they kind of sit there and fester. And in relationships that don't work, the opposite is true. We forget all the things we like about the relationship. We start suppressing the good stuff, and we get really hyper-focused on all the things we don't like about that person. So it's helpful to release both. If you release both the likes and the dislikes, you'll find that you'll get into a much more open, connected place with that person. It's not reserved just for personal relationships, as in lovers or husbands and wives or children. It also is very effective in business. Supposing you have someone in your business life that you do a lot of business with, but you don't always really get along with them. But you really don't have much of a choice. They're either a key supplier, a key customer, or someone that you really have an ongoing relationship with, but you wish the relationship could get a little better. Use this sheet on them and you'll see it will. If you release both the likes and the dislikes about this person, you'll see that you'll feel a lot better about them. You can also do it about tendencies that are stuck in your life. For instance, you can do likes and dislikes if you're overweight, about being overweight. Now, it might be hard to imagine that there are any likes about being overweight if it's a problem for you. But if you explore this, you'll find that there are even some hidden likes, some hidden reasons that you think it's good to be overweight. And you can discover those and let them go when you use this process. So you can use it on many different situations. And if you want to think of one that you can use it on, you might refer back to the sheet that you filled out in the beginning of the class of what would I like to get from this course. It might give you some ideas of something to focus on. Take a few moments and think of a topic that you'd like to work on using the likes and dislikes sheet, and then we'll do it together. Okay, let's do dislike sheet. As we said earlier, this sheet can be used for many different purposes. You can use it on any recurring problem and any situation where you'd like to do further releasing. So if you haven't already, think of a topic you'd like to do some further releasing on now. You can also use it on a relationship, on a specific person. In fact, that's a very powerful application of this sheet. Continue this tape when you've selected a topic. But I'm just going to move on, assuming you've already gotten a topic. Ordinarily, you can do this work in the workbook as well. That's part of the purpose of learning the sheet, is it's something you can do on your own in the workbook. But for the purpose of working along with me right now, I suggest you don't write anything down. Just listen and do this like any other process we've done so far. And I'll explain afterwards how to use the worksheets. So think of your topic. Remember, it can be a person, a place, or a problem, or whatever. But allow yourself to think of your topic. And what's something that you like about it? And just let yourself feel whatever feeling that engenders inside of you. Welcome it fully. Now, could you let it go? Would you? When? Now think of your topic again, and what's something that you dislike about it? Remember, it could be a them, not an it. And again, allow yourself to feel whatever feeling that engenders in this moment. And just allow it to be here. And could you let it go? Just could you? Would you? When? Now think of the person, place, or thing again that you're releasing on, or situation. And what's something that you like about it? And just allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling in the moment about that thing or that person. And remember, it's important to also let go of the good feelings. It will help you get much greater clarity and deepen whatever goodness you have in that situation already. So let yourself feel the feeling. And now, could you let it go? Would you? When? Now, what's something that you dislike about your topic? And see what feeling that engenders inside of you. And could you allow yourself to just welcome the feeling, let it be here? And then could you let it go? Would you? When? Focus on your topic again and find something about it that you like. And let yourself feel whatever you're feeling about it in this moment. And could you let it go? Would you? When? Now find something about the topic, your topic, that you dislike. And could you just let yourself feel whatever you're feeling in this moment? Allow it to be okay to have the feeling just for a second. And then could you let it go? Would you? When? Now find something else about your topic that you like. And remember, releasing the good feelings is a very good idea. But whatever the feeling is you're having about it right now, just let yourself feel it. And then could you let it go? Would you? When? Focus on your topic again. And find something else that you dislike about it. Now if something comes up more than once on either side, that's okay. Just release on it each time. Sometimes there's layers on any particular topic. In fact, often there is. In fact, each like and dislike together make up a layer of limitation or holdback on that particular topic. So as you focus on that thing you dislike about it, see what your feeling is about it. And just allow the feeling to be here. And then could you let it go? Would you? When? Focus again on your topic. And find something else about it that you like. Some aspect of the situation, something about the person, something about the thing. And often there's something that you like even about something that's negative in your life. And when you see that and let that go, it can often make a very big shift. So just be persistent and see what arises. And just let yourself feel whatever you feel about that thing that you like. And then could you let it go? Would you? When? Now find another thing about the topic or the person or the place or the situation that you dislike. And could you just welcome the feeling you have about it? Let it be here. And could you let it go? Would you? When? Now notice how you already are starting to feel differently about what we've been releasing on. And we've just been doing in a few minutes. This is a very powerful sheet to work with. And And let me explain how to do it on your own. You basically do exactly what we've been doing, except you write it down as a way to self-monitor yourself. You write down what you like. You write down the feeling about it. After you release, you check off that you've let go. And you keep releasing until you feel good. And then you go to something you dislike about it. And you do the same thing. It's important to keep moving with the likes and dislikes sheet. Do a like and a dislike, and release on each one. It's important not to make a list. And just allow yourself to have fun with it. If you want to do some more work on it now, you can do it in your workbook, or you can just rewind the tape and do some more. But try this sheet in your life on several topics if you'd like. And I'm sure you'll see a very positive difference from using it. Listen